A very warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for Game 5 of day number 2 from the PlayStation Schools Cup here at Pride Park, home of Derby County. And today host to the Under-15 Smalls Schools Cup Final between Ellesmere Port Catholic High and Langley School. Two teams coming out of the tunnel. A big moment for all these players. Stephen Jamieson with you on the commentary. Alongside me is John Scales. And the first thing to say here, John, possibly the rowdiest crowd we've had in over these 2 days so far, the kids from Ellesmere Port. But we'll just run you through their starting 11. It's Jamie King in goal. Harry Ledbetter wears 2. Kyle O'Sullivan is 3. 4, Harry Jones. 5, Ryan Hughes. 6, Rowan Whelan. 7 is Luke Davies. 8 is Ivan Balaba. 9 is Tom Ruffer. He's also the captain. 10, Cameron Rose. 11, Harrison Cooper. They're coached by Tim Holt. And for Langley School, they've got Ruben Lane in goal. George Whitemore wears 2. Charlie Greaves is number 3. Matthew Richardson is 4. 5, Archie Corson. 6, Lloyd Green. 7, Benjamin Huckabee. 8 is Io Tanamowo. 9, Tyree Simpson. 10, Oliver Waghorn. And 11 in captain is Spencer Keller. They're coached by Darren Eady. On the bench for our two sides this evening, Philip Price, Jan Burgos, Paul Morrison, Jack Woods and Fred Carrington are in reserve for Ellesmere Port, whereas Langley have Angus Williams, Toby Loader, Harry Capps and Sam King to call on if needed.
They've got some great support, haven't they, as they call the names out. I'm loving the mascot.
I mean, let's be honest, they've essentially got 2 mascots down there. They've got a genuine mascot in a costume, but they've also got what looks to be suspiciously like a teacher playing the role of cheerleader as well, which is fantastic.
Yeah, lovely horse. Look at that. Got the horse under great control, hasn't she? The lucky mascot. Is it going to be a day to remember or a day to forget? Well, it's the final game, of the second day of this Schools Cup Festival. It's been magnificent right the way throughout this opening 2 days. We've got 2 fine schools here that find themselves playing on this magnificent Pride Park pitch. Great condition. We've had plenty of rain over the last couple of days. I actually think that's helped the standard of football we've seen. The ball zipped about. Pitch has stayed in its great condition. The 2 captains line up. Photos taken. Formalities done.
And there's a job to be done for both teams.
Well, you talk about Langley School, managed by Darren Eady. Played against Darren many times. I think that's quite a bench he's got assembled. He's got Rob Newman. Played against Rob as well, and Sammy Morgan. I think a former Northern Ireland international. So plenty of experience between them. Is it going to be enough to take on this fantastic supported Ellesmere Port Catholic High School team in black and red?
Their manager is Darren Eady.
Stood over the kickoff is their number 10. That's Cameron Rose, who gets us underway in this Under-15 Small Schools Cup Final. We've just seen the Under-14s. It was fantastic. Let's see if the Under-15s can live up to that billing. Turning on a sixpence is Tom Ruffer, the captain of Ellesmere Port. He's already looking to lead by example. That's a good-looking ball. Rose is touched a little bit loose, and he gets a second bite at it. Takes the shot on. Somehow whistled that through the crowd. First save made by Ruben Lane of this game. And Langley School quickly into possession themselves.
Yeah, very good from Tom Ruffer, captain. Really got it out of his feet.
Dancing through the midfield, or attempting to at least, is Benjamin Huckabee, the number 7 from the black and white hoops of Langley. Played forward down this right-hand side, and lovely cut-in field. And floated towards the back post, and arriving was Rowan Whelan at the back stick. Lovely play by Harrison Cooper to jink in field and look to play the ball over.
Well, he did, didn't he? He cut inside the fullback, Harrison Cooper, very, very neatly. Number 11 here for Ellesmere, and then just floated that ball over. And you'll see it. For a moment, I thought it was going to be pinpoint accuracy. Rowan Whelan can't quite get on the end of it. Good bright start for Ellesmere.
Yeah, it certainly was. Here they come again with Rose. Look for a player out to the right. And didn't find him. Taken quickly by Langley. Worked across their back four. This is Charlie Greaves who plays it forward. And back on the attacker, Ellesmere Port, who definitely started the quicker. Headed away. Spencer Keller, the captain, gets a touch in there as well. This is Tanimowo. Good ball in the channel. And Simpson has pace, takes a shot on. Referee has given a free kick against him.
Yeah, but he's proving he's going to be a handful. Lone striker. He's going to get support quickly, I think, from his colleagues. But he's also going to be a handful and look for every opportunity to break through this back line.
Yeah, right decision, I think, from the referee, Rob Whittaker there. He's assisted by Alex Simpson. Yeah, Jay Lanigan, by the way.
Spencer Keller will just play off him, number 11, just in that little sort of number 10 role, wearing the number 11 shirt. But here they go again, Ellesmere Port.
They certainly do. This is Rose, flicked in towards the back post and free! And a chance in there maybe for the captain at the second attempt. Shot on the turn and wide. Big chance for Ellesmere. Really good opportunity initially for Harrison Cooper, who couldn't quite connect with his volley as he would have liked. And it dropped beautifully for Tom Ruffer. Couldn't quite find the target.
Oh. We're in for a fascinating tie here. Tussle between these two very accomplished sides. That's without doubt. Inside the opening 3 or 4 minutes, I think we've already got the clearest signs yet. It really is an intriguingly poised final.
Yeah, it certainly is. Ellesmere Port have started like a house on fire. Reminder in our last game. Happened as well. We were at 3-1 after 7 minutes. Sorry, 15. Doing the game is slightly serious. It was 2-1 after 7 minutes, that's all. Dealing with that well is Matthew Richardson of Langley, and that's some quality ball play. Like a young sort of Beckenbauer stepping out of defence, beating 3 there. Ball played over the top by the skipper, Spencer Keller.
It was lovely play from Matthew Richardson. Stepped out and still had the confidence, but he also had the wherewithal and vision around him just to pick out a nice little pass infield.
Well, how's your nerves 4 minutes into a final as a centre-back? Accomplished play. It's a nice chink in turn there from Tanimowo. Keller back to Tanimowo, space on this near side here. Tanimowo. Dinked over the top, it might still fall here for Keller, it's well cleared. And this is Cooper. Launched long over the top. Defender had to win that header. Cameron Rose was right in behind him, and he's got pace, Cameron Rose. Richardson did well, he got a foul in there as well. But that's going to be a fascinating battle. Cameron Rose already looks like a very physical player. Very quick, very strong. He's going to be tough to manage for that Langley defence.
Yeah, he is. I think both sets of defenders got to be on top of their game. We've seen Matthew Richardson showing the tenacity he's got, along with the composure as well. Down the other end, Tyree Simpson has already shown an indication that he's going to be and is up for this game.
Absolutely, not wrong there. Tanimowo, lovely feet, showed it and took it away, drives forward, Keller making the run ahead of him. Here he is, the captain, can he get there first? He can, and there's the game's first goal. Beautifully taken by Spencer Keller, and after 5 minutes the deadlock is broken. And in a way it's no surprise, both teams have started so well on the front foot. And Spencer Keller with such a composed finish underneath the goalkeeper. It's Langley who leads.
That's a brilliant opener, and I think Tanimowo lovely ball through. He's shown some great touches as well from this Langley School team. And it was just the way that he fed the ball through. Spencer Keller on hand, the captain, to finish that on 6 minutes. He had a day to remember back in the 4th round. Scored a second half hat-trick, which saw them win 5-4.
He's back. Come Ellesmere Port. Can Cameron Rose get there? Not quite. Good keeping from Ruben Lane. As Ellesmere Port tried to fight back straight away, but you just get the sense that this is a game that's going to go the full 80 minutes here. Both sides have started with such intensity, so aggressively, always looking forward. A joy to watch so far. This is Langley on the attack again, looking for Spencer Keller. Was Huckabee. Couldn't quite force that one through. That's clever. Huckabee finds the route down the line now, and Keller will keep this in. And he looks to go down the byline. Wonderful vision on the edge of the box to tee it up, maybe 2. Good save from Jamie King. What a good stop it was to deny Lloyd Green coming in. Vision was superb from Keller to pick him out.
Yeah, it was. Just down in that far corner. Thought there was not too much danger, but then just jinked past the fullback. There he was in acres of space. And as we've seen, it's all well and good getting into those positions. It's what you do with the ball. And look, there it is, pulls it back. Comes on and straight at the keeper, I suppose. Only criticism from Lloyd Green, but another indication of just how potent an attacking force Langley School are.
It's been a terrifically entertaining game so far. Another ball fed through, this time to Simpson. Once on his left foot. Stabs it out to this near side and flicked on by Waghorn. And he couldn't quite direct his header towards another player in black and white.
Yeah, another indication of Io Tanimowo. Just how good he is in that midfield area. Give him space and room, and he'll seek out those little penetrative balls.
Langley in possession again. Tanimowo trying to turn. Balaba in there to meet him. Huckabee loses out. Ellesmere can build from the back again. That's a good ball forward. This is Ruffer. Looks to play it over the top. Rose is on the side. That was good defending back there by Whitmore.
Yeah, George Whitmore did well. It was the wrong side for a second, but his pace just got him out of trouble. Cleared the danger. Tom Ruffer just looking to lift the ball over.
Cameron Rose to take this. He's got a long throw in his arsenal as well. Not bad. Goes all the way through. Chance for Ruffer. Oh, and what an important bit of defending that was by Matthew Richardson. Looked for all the world that Ruffer was about to make it 1-1. Superb bit of defending.
Yeah, it was brilliant. There he was. Just came off his shin. Just didn't quite get that perfect touch, Tom Ruffer. And it allowed Matthew Richardson, the most valuable of split seconds, to get back and challenge, clear the ball. Another corner.
Taken by Cooper. It's a good ball in. Can anything be made of it? Shot on the turn, and what a good save that is. And Langley clear, and Langley survive, and Langley break. Keller has Simpson ahead of him. Tyree Simpson has a lot of pace. He's got a lot of space to use it as well. Option on this near side is Waghorn. It's just beyond him, and the chance goes begging.
What a chance. Luke Davis, I think it was, came onto it, point blank. There it is, ricochets around. You'll see Luke Davis come onto it. Little touch, back inside. And watch the save here, the reaction. Brilliant.
And so quickly Langley turned defence into attack. What was nearly 1-1 was almost 2-0. Ball just overcooked a little bit by Tyree Simpson, but the vision was there to spot the run of Waghorn. Great entertainment this already.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Look like we're in for another cracker.
Yep.
Turning is Keller. Look to feed Simpson. Davies feeds one back to be launched over the top, and this might break there for Ryan Whelan. It didn't quite. He's not giving that up though, and good determination from the left winger. Didn't give that up at all. And forces it out for a throw.
Yeah, Huckabee, number 7, did well.
Brought down by Davies. Forward it goes to Ruffer. Brings it onto the deck. Davies again. Looks to take the shot on it. It was ambitious. And it can actually be controlled by the goalkeeper.
Yeah, wrong decision. Needed just some support maybe from a fullback outside him to push on a bit.
Launched forward by Langley. Tyree Simpson should be able to bring that down. He does. Feeds Huckabee on the right. Forward it goes towards Spencer Keller. Is this 2 for Keller? Lofted over the goalkeeper. What a finish that is. 2 for Langley. 2 for Spencer Keller. An outrageous finish.
He'll be absolutely delighted with that. Very, very cheeky.
I can't deny that. Absolutely fantastic. Simpson involved. Keeper comes out, commits himself. Once he's committed himself, it makes the mind up for Spencer Keller. He knows he's got to lift it over. Oh, already on 2 goals. 12 minutes gone. Really turned the screw on this game.
Balabba's ball forward, just going to evade Harrison Cooper. But one thing Ellesmere Port don't want to do now is panic. There's still an awful long time in this game. They've already shown they can create chances.
Yeah, we've seen today teams that have been trailing by 2, possibly 3, certainly over a couple of days, and just that one goal changes the momentum of these games. And you're right, Ellesmere Port got to stick with it. Just keep focused on their game, play their game, chase every ball.
Richardson more than happy to dribble and pass it out. Really good player on the ball. This is Tanamoa. Lovely ball forward. Keller around the corner. That's clever. Waghorn. And you see the confidence coursing through the veins of Langley School. Playing some lovely stuff here. This is Whitmore. Forward it goes to Huckabee. Green forward again to Huckabee, tries to feed Spencer Keller, gets there by goal by Crook. Fantastic feed from Spencer Keller, wins his team of free kicks. You know, referee says play on. Keller stayed down. Ellesmere Port looked to do exactly that. Keller getting back to his feet. Tanamoa, Whitmore, Huckabee. Tanamoa. Nice play to Richardson. Clip forward towards Tyree Simpson, looks to get around the back of the defender. It's good keeping. And Jamie King was alert.
Yeah, this is where Jamie King's going to have to be very alert in this game. He's going to have to play slightly further off his line, make sure that he can read these situations, make quick, good decisions about coming out and clearing the danger.
Lovely ball. Lucas popping up here. It's Richardson. Swings in the early cross. Well claimed by Jamie King. Looking immediately to get his team on the counter here. Vacating. Looking to use the vacated space left by Richardson, but Tanamoa dropped back in. He's such a powerful runner with the ball. Lovely footwork as well. He's got options in field. He might not need them. Tanamoa still going here. Looks to stand it up. That's pretty comfortably dealt with in the end. It wasn't the greatest cross. Wonderful run though. Here come Langley again with Whitmore. Nicely played by Huckabee. Whitmore fancies a strike deflected, made it difficult for King. He held it well. Just get the sense that Ellesmere Port just need to see out this spell of pressure.
Well, they do. It's a purple spell for this Langley side, and they've got to weather the storm. Ellesmere, they've got to get tighter in midfield. They got, you know, the numbers in there, but they're just not able to get near to the Langley players, and I think Luke Davis in there. Tom Ruffer. Those players in central areas who've got to get the grip of the midfield, stop this service. Up to Tyrese Simpson. Spencer Keller. Yeah, they got their work cut out.
Rufford's actually driven that for what looked like an attempt at goal. Charges into the tackle of his fellow captain Spencer Keller. Keller won it. Releases Huckabee on the right.
It's not easy to see why they're two to the good so far.
King will clear. Rose with a flick on, Ruff looking to get on the end of it. Whitmore was sharp. Got there first. Richardson.
This is where the back four are going to push out. You can see Spencer Keller in acres of space there. Sets it off, gets it back again. Too much space and room for him.
Well, there's options ahead here. Waghorn tries to poke it through the legs. It will eventually reach Tyrese Simpson, who takes a shot. Good save from King. Should he have been played in earlier, though? He looked like he was clean through for what seemed an eternity there.
Yeah.
How much longer? You sense another one coming for Langley.
Good strike.
Playing some lovely stuff. Challenged by Balaba. And how often does the attack come from the man doing the defending now in Richardson? He's quick enough to see off Ruffer, is he? The referee's given a free kick. I think it's a little unfortunate there, Ruffer. Didn't look to be a huge amount in that, but it was Richardson who started the last attack, a series of 1-2s, gliding up the pitch.
Well, he's so confident of his ability, Matthew Richardson, that he just dwelt on the ball a little bit too long. Nearly got himself in trouble where, certainly against somebody like Tom Ruffer, you know he's going to get after the ball and harry the defenders. He needed to just get onto the ball, give it back to the keeper as quick as he could. And again, Simpson. Those little lessons I learned.
Keller again making the break. He's got options as well. He might not need them. Keller, wonderful footwork, takes a shot, and it's just wide. He sent the keeper entirely the wrong way with that. Nearly a hat-trick.
Yeah, it was Huckabee on the outside of him, giving him a shout onto the ball. He's never going to pass, was he? He can have a go.
He needs a real talent.
Tried to send the keeper the wrong way in this bottom corner.
King's goal kick. Rose falls here for Ruffer. Big chance for Ellesmere Port. Had to take it early. Just snatched it a little bit. It was good covering from Corson coming in from the near side. I think just put Ruffer off.
Yeah, here you see Cameron Rose went for it. Suddenly, Ruffer found himself in space. The ball just wasn't really going to drop, so he could have a touch through, get it under proper control. Had to volley it.
Cooper. Can't quite get on the end of it after he cut out the goal kick. Throwing goes the way of Langley. Rose and Ruffer making a nuisance of themselves. It does fall for Rose. He get the shot away he can. Richardson blocks it at point blank range.
Yeah, good defending again. Oh, they can't get past him at the moment, can they?
Corner will be taken by Harrison Cooper, second of the game for Ellesmere Port. Plenty in the middle. Towards the far post. Needs to be won by Richardson and was. Spencer Keller hooks it over his own head to clear, and here they come again. Here is Spencer Keller, who's got Tyrese Simpson up ahead of him, up against Balaba, who does really, really well. He looked like he got an edge in the back there by Simpson. He did. That's superb defending.
Yeah, it's a foul. Great defending. Very quick. Fantastic work. Balaba doing absolutely essential tidying up there at the back.
Gimme King's free kick. In the air by Waghorn. Rose then gets the flick on to Ruffer. 2 Ellesmere Port players jumped into that challenge, but Tanamoa comes away with the ball and got clipped for his efforts as well.
Yeah, Luke Davies just snapping away at his heels. Again, just want to see this Ellesmere Port team sort of get tighter in key areas. Just let him have it here, just drop deep maybe.
Tanamoa looking to pick out Simpson. Picked away.
They've just got to work it out.
Judge that. Go away with it. Coulson forward. Waghorn's touch was loose and then everyone left it. Waghorn gets it again. This time Ledbetter takes it off him. Stabs it over the top. Rose on the charge. He's quick. Richardson, so composed.
Well, he is, but he's going to come a cropper if he doesn't get onto the ball quickly. I know he's super confident. Don't look around at the defender, at the attacker. Get onto the ball as quick as you can.
Whitmore into Huckabee. Harrison Cooper slides into the challenge of Coulson. Good tackle. Rolling forward. Rose should get there. He does. Uses his body well. He looks to run it past. It's surely a free kick. Foul by Lloyd Green. Referee tempted, I think, to go to his pocket, but just a word for Lloyd Green. Definitely a foul. Always do think when a player puts both of his arms in the air immediately after a player goes down, it looks more suspicious than anything else.
Yeah, he knew exactly what he did. The referee did. I don't think it was a booking. It was coming together.
So a free kick for Ellesmere Port.
No, they need to make this work a little bit better at these set pieces.
Cooper in. Header is won by Ruffer in there, but a shove in the back is given. Free kick, therefore, to Langley.
Liverpool Champions League style recovery in the second half to bring it 3 apiece and take it to a penalty shootout. So Ellesmere Port still very, very much in this fixture as the ball goes out to Richardson on this near side.
Richardson back to Ruben Lane. Kicks Port, falls straight for Rose. He's got options as well. Goes alone. And he can't help but think his teammate in the middle would have been better placed.
Well, he would. Ruffer was in the middle of the box, needed to beat the player and then cut the ball back.
What a ball that is straight away. Tyree Simpson on the run. Beats his man. Great challenge by Balaba. It's going to come through into Waghorn. Offside flag is up.
Well, I'm not sure about that. Wasn't that Balaba who played the ball?
I think it was.
Yeah. And then you'll see Balaba just gets back, plays the ball in. Sure he can be offside there.
Free kick is the decision.
Yep.
And King cleared his lines. Flick on by Davies.
Number 11 now, the goal scorer.
On this near side, Coulson keeps it in.
Back to Richardson. Richardson
again outrageously composed.
With that Ellesmere Port midfield finds Coulson looking to
Play by Ledbetter. Strong as well against Coulson, done really well. Tried to play it over the top towards Rose, who's made a good run, but it's cut out really well by Greaves. And now Tanamoa, who's got pace to burn, surges through the centre of the field. Options right and left. Might not need any of them. And eventually the sliding tackle comes in from O'Sullivan to stop him going any further.
Well, he's such a potent threat, isn't he? What I like about him is he's willing to get the ball and really drive hard into the opposition penalty box towards it. But he also picks up some really nice little positions just in the sort of number 10 role, and Ellesmere again not picking him up.
To Taken short, there is Tanamoa, back to Spencer Keller. Swinging across left-footed, goes all the way across and so nearly an own goal. And you see the hands go immediately to the face of the defender. Goodness me, this was close. Heart in the mouths of everyone.
I think this is going to look closer on the replay. Ledbetter, how's it got? Dear oh dear. Desperately close to...
Don't think he needs telling how close that was. Tanamoa is going to take this corner. Second for Langley. Swung in deep. Header isn't the best. Waghorn keeps it alive. Fed back to Keller. Trying to turn. Feed it back to Waghorn, who's got space, and the shot's really poor. He had more time than I think he realised. King immediately looks to get Ellesmere Port on their way. Rufford tries to get it down. Richardson wins the header. Coulson clears the danger. And that one, I think it's understandable why Waghorn thought he didn't have as much time as he did. He was 8 yards out from a corner. All of a sudden, the sea parted in front of him. Tanamoa runs into trouble this time. And immediately look to get Rose on the run. Maybe even Cooper. Richardson doesn't know which way to look. Rose out muscles him, tries to tee it back to Cooper, who gets the better of Coulson, and eventually Richardson can run it out. What a good-looking ball that is. Goodness me.
Wow, great ball from Richardson.
Cooper. Oh, Rose is onside. Can he get there first? I think he can. Good save by Ruben Lane. He's got to go round him.
Well, he did. He just had to get a toe there and then either get round the keeper or go down for a penalty. But whatever he did, he had to get first to the ball, a toe, any direction.
I think he did get first to the ball here, John. Let's take a little look.
Yeah, but he's played it straight, as if he's trying to score the goal instead of getting it round the keeper, I think.
Spencer Keller, and here's danger. Tanamoa seems to have been onside, the pass overcooked.
Well, it's good to see Tanamoa back on his feet. I was worried that in that challenge when he overran it, made the wrong decision a minute or so ago, that ran into trouble, got hurt. He's back up and about. And this is where you see Ellesmere Port, they've got the three up front, and it's just at times, that's fine, attacking-wise. They need to get back in the game, but the three in midfield behind them, just now, when they lose possession, getting overrun.
That could be forward. That's a really good looking ball for Keller, who gets it round the defender. He's quick. The ball in is great. King gets there first, though. Really good goalkeeping.
Yeah, great goalkeeping.
Davies looking to switch the play. Rufford will get there first and brings it down well into the path of Cooper. Coulson clears. Such an open game, isn't it? Here's the wonderful bit of goalkeeping. Great work from Keller.
Yeah, really intelligent little ball, just into the space. But Jamie King very quickly off his line.
Richardson away. Waghorn does not help matters for Langley, but fell kindly for them in the end. Whitmore can get on the break here. This is Green. Tanamoa. Coulson eventually will control. Will he? No, he lets it run out. Throw into Ellesmere Port. Well, we've played 30 minutes of this game. It's absolutely flown by. We've still got 10 minutes to go until half-time. Still remains 2-0. Those early goals, both coming from Spencer Keller in the 5th and the 12th minute. Nicely done by Whelan. Davies flies into the challenge. Ledbetter launches forward. Rufford and Richardson went for it. Reeves eventually gets it away. Keller's header finds Tanamoa. And Keller again has the ball at his feet. Checks back, surveys the scene. Gets it back from Coulson. Looking to feed Simpson. He'll go all the way through to Jones in the defence, who deals with that pretty comfortably. Forward it goes, flick on from Davies didn't find a man. A little bit of confusion in there. Can Ruffer profit? Greaves is all over him. There's a free kick. Richardson and Greaves, two very accomplished defenders, but they're playing like complete strangers.
Well, they got themselves in all sorts of problems trying to get involved in a passage of play that just one had to be assertive, take control of the situation. Neither of them did. Resulted, they've got to make these count. I fear there'll be a shot on target. Famous last words, of course, but I think it's too far, even for a player of Ruffer's ability. What's he going to do? Looks like he's going to have a strike on goal.
There's 4 in the Langley School wall.
Yeah.
It's a long, long way out. Full 30 yards.
Yeah, just going to have a substitution. Toby Loader will switch. He's on. Joins in on the wall. Just allows Spencer Keller to come out to the side here.
Ruffer strikes it low. Needs to not lose the ball there, that's important. Yeah, just helps it out. It's not the first time his set piece delivery, he's just been lacking, Ruffer.
Yeah, again, decisions, key times in games, so critical. I'm sure he can score from that distance, but for me, you get the players forward, you whip it in with pace.
That's clever though from the captain. Helps into the box, and arriving with an excellent header was Whelan. Beaten away by Ruben Lane. It was a really good save for an exceptionally good header. Richardson defends the cross. And again looks to dribble it out, takes a kick to the shins for his troubles.
Well, it seemed a little bit innocuous, didn't it? Great work out there on the wing, lifted over, and then really you think there's going to have to be something special, and it nearly was. Great goalkeeping.
Well to get across there, did Ruben Lane.
Good effort from Rowan Whelan, wasn't it?
Nicely played by Ledbetter.
Well, it's funny, isn't it? Because Ellesmere Port really sort of dominating possession this last, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 minutes. It's always been Langley on the break, blistering pace, specifically from Spencer Keller, but also others. They're just, well, I suppose defensively well marshalled at the back there by Matthew Richardson. For the time being, will they hold out? Just over 5 minutes to half-time. Sure, Ellesmere will want to get maybe one back before they go in for that half-time team talk with the manager, Tim Holt.
Well, they've been the better side. This has been their spell for the last 5 or 10 minutes. Teams always want to score when they're on top. Never more so than when you're already 2-0 down. Head out to Cooper. Gets there ahead of Corson. Great desire from Cooper. Wanted that more. Stood up by Corson. Jigs it inside of him. Options in the middle. Swings it in. Davies knocks it down. Ruffer looking to turn. Find the angle for a shot. Blocked.
Yeah, good defensive work from Lloyd Green. Well done.
Great atmosphere being generated by these Ellesmere Port supporters down below us. The ring of fire ringing around Pride Park. A chant that became synonymous with the Liverpool area. Champions League Final 2005. It won't quite be that good a comeback if you bring it back. It won't be far off. Dynamo heads clear. Rose looking to get on the end of it. Loader, the substitute, is there first. Looking immediately to release Tyrese Simpson. Gets the ball a bit stuck under his feet. He'll have to delay the ball, and Spencer Keller's offside. He wags his finger. Well, we'll try and answer it for you, Spencer. Tried to hold his run, and he is onside.
No, he's onside. Poor decision.
Spencer Keller denied a run through on goal.
Yeah, relief from Ellesmere Port.
Beautifully brought down by Rose, puts it through the legs of Greaves, couldn't quite get on the other end of it though. But Aberrant, Hughes not quite on the same wavelength there. So here comes Langley. Huckabee leaves it for Tanimowo. Lovely ball forward to Huckabee. There's men up here. Tyree Simpson just needs to pick the right option. Goes for the shots! Oh, you can call that the right option. What a strike from Tyree Simpson. An absolute rocket. Top corner, 3-0.
Well, we've had an array of really high quality goals in the 2 days, and this is right up there with them. Out of his feet, cuts inside and unleashes an unstoppable shot, up rising past Jamie King. No chance in goal. Superb finish. Oh, Tyree Simpson getting on the score sheet. Spencer Keller with 2. Just really what Ellesmere Port didn't need heading in towards half-time. They certainly don't want to concede another one. It'll all be over.
Good ball that is towards Loader. Might still fall here for Spencer Keller. Now Huckabee. He fancies, like, why not? Over the bar it goes. I don't care who you've got in goal, John, whether it's poor Jamie King or any goalkeeper. I don't think they're saving that.
Nobody's saving that.
Unstoppable drive.
Yeah.
Just opened up for Langley. They've had to endure a bit of a spell of pressure in these last 10 minutes. Ellesmere Port being far and away the better side in that spell. But Langley have waited like snakes in the grass and have pounced on the break. And 3-0 now would require an Istanbul-style comeback. That's a good ball through, and here could be goal number 1. It's Rose, big opportunity, must score, misses. Ruben Lade stayed strong with the Cameron Rose. He knows how big a chance that is.
Yeah, he does. Just got caught in his feet. Didn't get it out, so he could just stroke the ball and see the keeper at the same time. He was more focused on trying to dig the ball out in the end, and that was his downfall. Wasn't able to get the direction on it, just the pace and force. Offside.
Offside flag there against Ellesmere.
It just shows you how critical it is to get the ball set for you right. Great opportunity for Cameron Rose. A superb support from Ellesmere Port, cheering their team on.
They still believe.
Well, maybe it would have been different, and still can be. Certainly that would have helped them on their way. Cameron Rose.
But Albert turning. Doing really well, gets by Green, again the nudge in the back, referee Rose play on. Lambert helps it through towards Rose. Nicks it off Corson. Corson gives it away, it's a poor ball. Cooper. But Lambert nipped in front of by Tanimowo. And here come the likely lads for Langley. Tanimowo, Keller and Tyree Simpson, all pace and skill. It's wonderful play from Tanimowo. He's got the 2 of them in the middle. There's Spencer Keller for the hat-trick, jicked by 1, and what a good save that is by Jamie King. Well, if Ellesmere Port are to get back into this, they're going to need him to carry on making saves like that. Stunning stop.
Absolutely brilliant. It's such a dilemma for teams to know what to do, how to combat this sort of pace and quality. Great reactions from the keeper, Jamie King. But, you know, it's almost pointless having 4 defending, 1 at the back, and then allowing Tyrese space and all.
Went all the way through to the far post. It was a substitute, Toby Loader, getting on the end of it.
But the problem is, you know, when you've got 4 defenders and you're marking 1 player, Tyree Simpson, and then you're allowing great big pockets of space for Spencer Keller and Tanimowo just to pick up the ball and run at will. Suddenly, as a back 4, you're backing off, and before you know it, you're in the box. You can't tackle. So lots of questions to answer for Ellesmere Port. Will they find a way back in? Stunning stuff from Langley School. 2 from Keller, 1 from Simpson. Is there a way back?
Well, you're summing it all up there, John. What a half that has been, particularly from the guys there in black and white. What a game in an attacking sense, and not bad defensively either from Langley School. 2 early goals coming by virtue of the captain, Spencer Keller, who might well have had a hat-trick at the end of the half as well. Tyree Simpson with an absolute thunderbolt to make it 3. Ellesmere Port have had their moments. 3-0 perhaps flatters Langley. And Ellesmere Port have not taken the chances when they've come, and they leave themselves with a 3-0 deficit to overturn in the second half. It's not undoable. We saw that earlier on today. And for a team of Scousers, they'll be well versed in coming back from 3-0 at half-time. These are the highlights. This is Tanimowo surging over halfway. Lovely way to pass through. And Spencer Keller slotted it underneath the goalkeeper on 5 minutes.
Yeah, lovely run. He was really started the game so brilliantly. Tanimowo, Spencer Keller got on the end of it, scored a hat-trick in an earlier round. You can see he's got an eye for goal. Blistering pace. And Tanimowo knew exactly how to play to those strengths. Bearing down on the keeper. The keeper has to come out, fronted up. Sublime little finish, gets the toe in there. Really set the tone for the way Langley were going to approach this game early on.
Something else we are so lucky to have with us.
This is goal number 2, helped over the top, and there was Spencer Keller again, and that's just an outrageously audacious finish.
Yeah, it was a bit of a sort of a, I suppose, messy goal compared with the first one. Huckabee helps it over. Defenders get themselves in a bit of a muddle. Keeper has to come out again because he knows that Spencer Keller is onto it, but that's the chaos. This is the calm, the touch, the skill. Absolutely brilliant finish. When all else is going on around him, Spencer Keller has the presence of mind to finish it brilliantly. Huckabee again, inside. And look at that for a strike from Tyree Simpson. Gets the third. A rocket of a shot. Wants to get it on his left foot, does so. Bang, no keeper in the world is going to get near that. 3-0. And Tim Holt got his work cut out with that Ellesmere team. But they certainly had their chances in the first half. I think that would give them a glimmer of hope. You can watch that strike again and again and again.
Just doesn't get old, does it? Phenomenal strike from Tyree Simpson, and that was the final word on a hugely entertaining first half. Can Ellesmere Port get into it in the second? We'll find out in about 10 minutes' time.
just not quite there. Alright, last up, it is our basketball boy from Albion Boards. Alright, and then on to run. Let's hear it for Albion Boards!
A very warm welcome back to Pride Park, ladies and gentlemen. The final game of day number 2 at this PlayStation Schools Cup. And what a magnificent day it's been once again. You join us as we're about to embark on the second half of Ellesmere Port versus Langley. 3-0 the lead that Langley holds heading into this second half. It doesn't tell the whole story of a hugely entertaining first half. But this Langley side are a very talented bunch, and they'll be hoping to see this one through at the end of 80 minutes.
Well, they are. They're just stunning on the break, aren't they? The pace, phenomenal. The power, the panache. But it doesn't tell the whole story. Jamie King with 3 excellent saves.
Almost immediately up towards the man who scored the 3rd Langley goal. And what a goal it was as well, Tyrese Simpson. And here he goes again. Can he finish? Oh, he nearly can. What a save that is from Jamie King. We saw a couple of excellent saves in the first half from that man, but that's an absolute stunner.
That's a brilliant save. That's as good as you see, as good as you get. Does this go over the line? Yeah, it does. He takes it over, doesn't he? Carries it over. Not happy, but what a brilliant tip onto the post.
Tanamoa, the short option from the corner. Oh, now you see it, now you don't. Through the legs. Terrific football from Tanamoa. Wins his team the free kick. Here's a save in slow motion. That's a fantastic start.
That's brilliant.
Might be as good as we've seen in this competition as a whole so far.
Yeah, I do. I think so. Those ones down, hard, low. You've got to get down, be agile, keep an eye on the ball, have a strong wrist. Brilliant.
All of those and then some. Free kick, though, is what Langley have. And it's a very dangerous position. Tanamoa has good delivery. That one wasn't the greatest in low, but it did pick out a man, and a decent chance it was for Lloyd Green. His shot was on target, but not beyond Jamie King. This is Richardson at the back for Langley. It's a tiny little ball with his right foot. Reeves. Huckabee just got his feet mixed up, I think, there, but Tanamoa takes over. Again, just glides past tackles as if they're not there.
Well, he's got that ability just to quick feet. And then just ride the tackle, jump out of it.
These Ellesmere Port players are good players, and Tanamoa at times they're making their tackles look like traffic cones and nothing else. He's just that good and that quick. Tyrese Simpson up for the header, illegally so, says the referee. High elbow.
Yeah, and a little nudge. No, as I was saying before, didn't tell the whole story. Ellesmere Port, I thought, for, you know, swathes after they were 2-0 down and trying to get back in the game. They really did trouble Ruben Lane in goal on a number of occasions. Dominated play, just didn't have that cutting edge and didn't have their finishing boots on when it really mattered.
Maybe half a chance here for Whelan. He's gone down as Whitmore. And free kick.
Yeah, it was the 3rd goal of Tyrese Simpson that really sort of, I suppose,
well, it could well
given them the breathing space, hasn't it? When they went in, they'll have thought, look, come out the second half, concentrate, focus. I think they'll look for a 4th. I think they're that sort of side, aren't they? They're going to look for more goals in this game. I think they've got one sort of style of play. They're not going to sit back and rest on the laurels with a 3-0 lead.
I think that question was answered within about 30 seconds of the second half, resuming. Rafa tried a speculative one from range. Tyrese Simpson bursting through, forcing a stunning save from Jamie King. Those two in particular up front, so dangerous, backed up so well by Tanamoa from deep and also from the sides as well. Huckabee in particular has had a good game. That's a beautiful ball from Richardson towards him. Well cut out. Good burst forward this. Mo Sullivan. Reeves nudged out of it by Rafa. Had good feet. And again, needs to find them products. Tries to spin through. How about that? How about that? Options in the middle. Ruffer squares it. This is Rose. Can he get the finish? It's saved. Good save from Ruben Lane. Could Rose have done a little bit better? It was a stunning bit of play from Tom Ruffer, the captain.
Tom Ruffer. Goodness me, fabulous footwork down here.
That's what I mean. Ruben Lane, another fine save. It's not like he hasn't been busy. It's not like Ellesmere Port haven't posed a real threat. They just can't find a way past him at the moment.
Have it with the corner. It's a good one. Flick on. Ellesmere fashion a shot here, not quite. Tanamo will run this out. And he can run, he can really shift. Got Keller and Tyree Simpson up with him, and that's really calm defending by Jones. Launched it forward, defended by Whitmore. Ellesmere here trying to battle to win it back. That was a poor tackle from Davies.
Yeah, it was Rowan Whelan. Lovely drag back, nowhere near it. And again, little shimmy of the ball, sets it up. And a fine save. Great play from Tom Ruffer.
Tanamo looks to release Simpson, who's offside.
Lovely lofting ball forward to Simpson, the goal scorer now, with the ball in.
And that's an offside call earlier. Tyree Simpson, I think he just should be offside when that ball came flying in from Tanamo.
Well, Spencer Kelly applaud Simpson for his delivery, and rightly so.
So a free kick to Ellesmere Port. Offside.
I think in the first half we had the numbers wrong. I think we had Luke Davis, number 7. It's actually Luke Davis wearing number 6, apparently, and Rowan Whelan, number 7.
Always good to know at the start of the second half. Well, that is right for you this half, ladies and gents, as Tyree Simpson gets on his way again. Good from King. He's been very, very good in the goal for Ellesmere Port. Brent taken quickly.
Straight back on it, aren't they?
To switch it for Huckabee. In the air by Ellesmere Port and away.
Here's the area where Ellesmere Port, they've got to come back across the middle of the pitch.
Terrific challenge by Hughes. And Ruffer's on his way again, teasing Whitmore. Needs some support. Played in. Can he poke it through? Richardson got in the way. He's going to be penalised for a high foot there.
Yeah.
Is Rowan Whelan.
Goal to bring Ellesmere Port back into this.
Ball into feet, didn't have a very good touch, did he? Whelan.
It's worth pointing out the Ellesmere Port supporters down below are still going absolutely tremendous. We had the half-time competition for the crossbar challenge, and the Knights Templar style mascot strode up 3 strides and absolutely clattered it off the crossbar and went on a full pitch-length celebration to celebrate with his supporters. One of the most surreal things I've ever seen on a football pitch. And I think that sums up the Ellesmere Port support. They've been absolutely brilliant. Still behind their team. They still believe. For the players, it's good from Cooper. They're still working very, very hard. This is Whelan. Trying to find Ruffer. Richardson was strong. Ruffer will carry on battling. Won't allow Ruffer just to stroll about as he did in the first half. Tanamo. It's loose. Spencer Keller made it look like a good ball. Coulson. Before it goes towards Simpson. Really well cut out by Harry Jones. Cooper keeps it in, but
Well,
keep it alive.
You talk about the supporters still believing. Absolutely, the players too equally have to keep believing.
It's Ivan Balaba who's coming off to be replaced by Jack Woods. And you just feel that they need the goal to really give them the belief.
Yeah.
It sounds so easy to say that, but
well, it's chances.
Seems like a mountain.
Yeah, absolutely. They had to take one of those chances to give them that real belief. And, you know, doubt creeps into the mind. You think, well, it's not our day. It's never going to be our day. We've got in opportunities. We haven't scored. They've taken their opportunities, you know, so emphatically. And it just takes a moment, but, you know, against a side as good as Langley, they'll certainly need to do something special in the next, you know, few minutes. Lift the crowd again, lift themselves most importantly. And
Ryan goes Langley's way. It's Keller. Hit for Loader. Completely air kick that. Goal kick.
Right, smile to himself.
And he'll be delighted we've got this in slow motion for him.
Well, it's not fair, is it?
Yeah, a little bit of the right foot, not a lot of the left.
That's about as good as my left foot. Don't worry about that.
There's going to be a substitution made here. It's the left back, Archie Corson, who's going to make way. And Angus Williams enters the fray.
Straight into that right back position.
Angus Williams has gone to right back. Whitmore has gone to left. King with the goal kick. Flipped on by Rose, who seems to be playing deeper in this second half than he did in the first. Certainly since the change. Anyway, for Ellesmere Port, Keller glides past the challenge, looks to release Blackhorn down this right-hand side. Goes back on the pitch. That's an ambitious bit of skill from Greaves. Didn't really need to do that, not with Ruffer around. Richardson can run this out. Feeds it forward, loose ball, and Rose is unlucky not to cut it out. Keller feeds it through. Tyrese Simpson gets on his bike, and he's clean through. This for 4. King with another stunning save. At times it has been King versus Langley. And that is the best example of which. What a good save. Tyrese Simpson will feel he's got to score.
He should score. He thinks he will score. The keeper does really, really well. Stands big, stands brave. It's a little bit of luck, but look, stands big, gets his body in the way. Great goalkeeping.
Keller with the corner. Towards Loader, a little bit overcooked that corner from Keller. Rose is there to retrieve on the other end, concedes a throw. He's worked really, really hard, Cameron Rose. A couple of opportunities as well. And we're going to have to get a replacement ball after that clearance. Throw in Langley's way to be taken by Loader. Keller, dancing feet, wins the corner. 2 goals, Spencer Keller, the captain, leading by example in that sense, but he's been so much more than his goals. Really quality dribbler, lovely eye for a pass as well. Samoa's corner. Just got ball, and there was a free header, and there was a chance for Langley. Fell towards Green, but now they can break, and here comes the substitute and get their first, not quite, Jack Woods. So he, much like the rest of Ellesmere, prepared to run for the cause. And taking down the line, it will fall here for Woods. Couldn't quite get around Richardson.
But Richardson, cool, calm and collected, and puts it out for an Ellesmere throw.
Throw to be taken by Kyle O'Sullivan. Down the line, a little bit of space is found here for Luke Davies. And the referee gives a goal kick.
Yeah. It's frustrating for those fans. Still trailing by 3 goals. Just need a glimmer of hope to lift their spirits.
Been absolutely superb. They brought a lot, drums, cheerleaders, a mascot.
Yeah, been absolutely brilliant.
Still a long way to go in this final. This is the first game you've watched with us today. We did see in the very first game of the day a comeback from 3 goals in the last 15 minutes of the game with an equaliser in stoppage time. That's what can happen in these finals as Ruffer gets on his way. Really well stopped by Greaves. He just lost track of the ball, I think, Ruffer. That's a lovely ball into the channel for Tanamoa. Tyrese Simpson will want this on his left foot. He might want to strike it. He does. Just wide. Another really sweet strike from Simpson. He's such a threat, so direct, makes no bounds about what he's going to do. Just asks the defence to try and stop him.
So is he going to wrap his foot round it, and is it going to just come back in, or is it going to stay on that line? Not far away.
King goes long with the goal kick. Goes through to Ruff. That's a good flick on. Woods battling with Richardson. It goes through the other side, and here might be a chance for Woods. Just held up by the sliding tackle. Breaks for Ruffer with the shot. Track wide. And credit has to go there to the Langley defenders for getting back in so quickly. It looked like Woods might have been through.
Yeah, George Whitmore got back brilliantly here. And characteristically, from their point of view, gets out, puts him off. Yeah.
Ruben Lane's goal kick. Simpson finds Loader. Can he sneak it through to Keller? No, they can't. Another very committed challenge from Rowan Whelan. It's encouraging to see these Ellesmere Port players. They're still not giving up. They're still doing everything they can.
Oh, it's still the best part of 25 minutes to play, isn't there?
That's a foul. A very unnecessary one at that for the substitute, Williams. Just going to have a word with Angus Williams. Really an unnecessary challenge there.
Yeah, totally out of character for the game, really, wasn't it?
And also, as a defender, he's not going anywhere there. Is Woods. Cheap free kick to give away. Can Ellesmere Port make them pay for that? Rose knocks it forward. Richardson gets it under. Naturally plays it out. More forward. Loader. Nicely done for Keller. Spins it behind. Good options in the middle. Tries to go in behind again. It's super from Keller. He's gone for goal. I think he's hit the inside of the post. Nearly a quite spectacular way to score a hat-trick. Tyrese Simpson back into the danger area. Keller is onside, tried to rise for that one. Not really cleared at the first attempt, but it is at the second by Jones. And now, chance for Ellesmere. Ball over the top is on, and Woods is onside. Got 2 for Company. Checks back inside. He was checked there by the defender. I tell you what, if he'd gone down there, Woods might give the referee a decision to make. The honesty might have cost him. Keller 1-2 with Richardson, who squeezes through the gap. He is fouled. Well, let's try and have a look back at that passage of play. This was...
Goes around the defender so easily, and then you think, I'm screaming out it, pull it back, pull it back. He has a little look, I'm convinced he's going to. And then bang, side foot, near post. Can he squeeze it in that gap? Goes for the hat-trick.
Jones away. Ruffer again piles into a challenge. Tanamowo, who will still look to play his football, still look to beat a man. Never hidden once, Tanamowo. Here's a better angle maybe, John.
There it is.
He's got no right to score from there.
Brilliant. Very unlucky not to have his hat-trick.
We have seen a couple of goals going at near post where you can maybe say the goalkeeper was poorly positioned or maybe let it slip, but not of Jamie King. He's been superb. He's a very good young goalkeeper. That was all about the quality of the strike. Towards Simpson. Might go through to Loader, might go through to Keller. Fantastic tackle. He might get a second bite at it. There's the back heel and off the line. Look at the reaction from Harry Jones. Keller did so well to get back on his feet so quickly and have the wherewithal to put it back towards goal with the back heel.
Credit defensively as well. Gets back in. Harry Jones on the line.
It's brilliant for Tanamowo. Feeds it back to Keller. Tees it up on the edge of the box. It's a weak shot. Clearance is rather up than out. Keller up to win the header. And now Ellesmere can get it away. Here comes Harrison Cooper. Options. Ruffer's ball is a little bit loose. The goalkeeper should get there first. He does, Ruben Lane. This is a Langley side which really doesn't have any weaknesses, does it?
No.
Defensively solid.
Yeah. It just shows the importance of pace in that game, because gets them out of trouble, gives them such a dynamic dimension to the way they play.
This is Woods. Richardson at his back.
And what it does, it puts the fear in the opposition. The back line have just got to drop off when, I don't know, Tanamowo, Keller get into their stride, running at you. Very difficult to defend.
Tanamowo now has so much space in front of him. Look at those long strides, the pass is timed to perfection. Tyree Simpson to seal it, surely looks to go around the goalkeeper. It does. It's 4. It's 2 for Tyree Simpson. It's Langley School's 4th. In truth, it's been coming. Jamie King is finally beaten in the second half. Really composed finish.
Simple tap-in, still got the work to do. Look at the ball here, Tanamowo. Lovely weighted pass, time to perfection. There you go, simple.
Lovely finish, and that might just do it for Langley, you'd imagine. Ellesmere have given everything in the second half, but to no avail. They've now got 18 minutes to try and maybe get their fans a goal to celebrate. They have deserved that, to be fair to them. Ruben Lane's had an excellent game in the goal for Langley, but here comes Spencer Keller. And here he is on his hat-trick. He goes for the chip, and Jamie King saves it. You know, for a man who's been beaten 4 times, Jamie King's had an excellent game.
Yeah, he has. Yeah,
Tackle.
fine game.
Here comes Ellesmere Port. That's a clever little ball. Can Harrison Cooper get on the end of it? No, Ruben Lane's quick enough to get there.
Charlie Greaves has played very well in the middle of the defence.
Loader. Trying to feed Spencer Keller. Whitmore's cross. Go down and play for a goal kick.
Yeah, a lot of attention on Matthew Richardson. I think he's been exceptional, but you can't forget Charlie Greaves alongside him in the orange boots, done very well. 2 fullbacks pushed off when they can and get their shape and discipline. It is. Very well balanced side, got to say.
Seen it all. Penalty shootouts, hat-tricks, a horse winning the
I
crossbar.
think it comes down to what you said earlier, John, like dynamism. In every position there's pace. It does make such a difference when not only have you got technically good players, which they obviously have, when it's matched with the speed of play and thought, it really combines a devastating effect. Wood's looking to get over the top here. Richardson there first. And again, has the composure to pick out the pass.
And it goes to Whitmore on the flank. He's tearing forward now. And it falls to
Keller.
once more. Keller's looking
Space
for Waghorn.
on this near side for Waghorn. Rose works back really, really well.
Waghorn still on the goal, and Rose takes it safely.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it, for a team when they're 4-0 down, 15 minutes to go. Got such great support. You know, they want to give them something to cheer about. Cup final at Derby Football Club at Pride Park, this wonderful stadium. We've been so fortunate to enjoy this past couple of days.
Ruffus ball's a good one. Woods has pace, he'll get there first, he needs some support. Ruffus joining him. It's over Richardson, and there is Ruffer! Oh, he scuffs the chance. I think everyone in the stadium, not of a Langley persuasion, wanted that to go in for Ruffer. He's worked so hard. He had more time than he realised it.
Well, he did. So difficult defensively to deal with. There you go. Oh, feel for him. He's had a great game. He's put in such an incredible shift. Worked so hard. One time there. Richardson just getting caught out.
Away. Richardson back with the ball. Tackled by Cooper. Richardson just caught dribbling there. Not the first time in this game. Tony Mowo is fouled.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm interested in Matthew Richardson as a centre-half. Looking at him, what he has got is bags of pace. Reads the game very well. He wants to play the game, come out of defence.
Simpson could be the hat-trick for Keller. He brings it down superbly. What a save by King, but eventually Spencer Keller is not to be denied. It's 5 for Langley. It's a hat-trick for the captain, who has led by example today. Jamie King pulled off heroics once again, but Spencer Keller finished that with the air of inevitability.
Yeah, nothing more the keeper could do. Got to rely on defenders around him. Got to be tight with him. Bit too loose, giving him too much time. When the challenge does come in from Ryan Hughes, a little bit too late. Balaba couldn't get there. Keeper's down and hurt. That's a great celebration.
Take a look at that for a celebration.
Oh, he's been spectacular. Spencer Keller, Tony Mowo, Tyree Simpson. How do you contain that three?
Well, it's a question that teams have been asking all competition long, really.
Oh, just looking at Langley's route here.
All the players now enjoying a 30-second breather.
Had some fantastic results over the course of this competition. 10-1 triumph in round 2, which is probably their highlight. 6-2 in round 5 as well. And just take a look at these Ellesmere Port fans. You've got to give them all the credit in the world. They're still there. They're still cheering their team on.
And he's back up on his feet, Jamie King. He is ready.
They've been the best supported team in this competition by some distance.
Yeah. Excellent.
As Ellesmere kick off now.
And I think Jamie King struggling here, reaching the shame. He's signaling to the bench, asking for a change.
Still, you can see he's hungry for it. Really running down, trying to find someone space, pass it back to Ledbetter.
There's no shame in this for Ellesmere Port. They've played very, very well. They've worked ever so hard. And here they go. Oh, what a tackle that is by Greaves to shut the door in front of Rose.
Yeah, I think he's grown in stature in the game as it's gone on. Greaves, confidence. He's had a lovely little ball in. Balaba. Great tackle. Superb defensive work inside the box. And he will get a huge reception, I think, for Jamie King. In the last line of defence against this tidal wave that's come their way in the shape of the black and white. And Langley School stood up to it.
This is Jan Burgos who's come on to replace him. Number 13.
That is what it's all about.
Jamie King can really hold his head up high. It's not often that a keeper gets beat 5 times and has been arguably his team's best player. He's made some phenomenal saves.
Yeah.
Arguably the save of the tournament in that as well.
Yeah.
Green round the corner.
Loader skips over.
Loader beaten to it by Ledbetter. Forward it goes, chance it. And that's Rose with a shot, just left his lines.
Just wide. Didn't challenge the ring at all. Rose in a great attack position there.
Ruben Lane with a goal kick.
There's a glimpse of the Langley School support. Not quite as loud as the Ellesmere Port lot, but still just as passionate, that's for sure.
Well, you know that, some of these lads of Langley are at the academy at Norwich. I'm sure, they're already been scouted, already in the system, already known to local club Norwich. And they're certainly developing very, very well, some of these players. Bright futures ahead of them.
That's a good ball. And here it's a moment, surely. It's Rose! Oh, denied again. Ruben Lane really wants that clean sheet. He's been phenomenal. Tackle that is by Refron Richardson. No, you're not dribbling out again.
What a save. Well, we've seen goalkeeping at the highest standard in this game. 5 goals, but goalkeeping par excellence from both ends of the pitch. Jamie King, Ruben Lane. Can't believe it, can he? Great strike.
Well, this is ultimately what has proved the difference. If Ruben Lane has a bad day, then Ellesmere Port could easily have scored 3 or 4 goals in this game.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That third goal when Tyree Simpson scored in the first half. Ellesmere Port were pushing to get back in at 2-0 down, and I've got to say, in a sense, that was a breakaway goal against the run of play.
A few changes being made here.
That's how games change, how games are won. Those moments, pivotal. You don't take your chances. Your keeper pulls off an incredible save. You score a deflected shot, whatever it is. There's always a story behind every victory, but Langley School certainly great value for their lead. For 5-0, sorry, flatters them a little bit. Well, flatters them, not their ability, but flatters their opposition. Because Ellesmere Port have put up a really good show, as you've just mentioned.
Ledbetter forward. Underneath it was Williams. Rose was strong, Tanamoa was stronger. Ball gets swung into the box, and maybe an opportunity for the substitute at the back post. It will be kept alive here by Ruffer. Pulls it back. Can the shot come in? It does, and just over the bar. It won't go in.
It won't go in. It's the story of their day. It will not go in. They can't believe it. I think they're saying the same thing. I thought he missed his opportunity here. Does well to shift it out past the defender. That. Oh dear.
It's agonising, isn't it, for Rowan Whelan and for Ellesmere Port. Substitute coming on here for Langley Mill is Sam King, replacing Toby Loader.
Well, the Ellesmere Port massive still in strong voice down here to our right.
It's a header won by Spencer Keller. And Ellesmere looking to turn. Spencer Keller with a foul there.
Fantastic performance this afternoon.
There's a free kick now in favour of Ellesmere. If they could make anything, they could take it from here.
Free kick then to Ellesmere. Swung into the box. Lane underneath it, gets to the second attempt, and immediately releases Tanimowo. Away he goes again. The pace, chops inside, phenomenal skill, and all of a sudden Langley are in once more, fed through towards the substitute, didn't quite have the pace. And Jan Burgos was quickly out. Well, we've played 75 minutes of this game. We've seen some stand-up performances, and look at that from Spencer Keller. Absolutely sensational.
Well, it's almost Spencer Keller. You know what Tanimowo can do, Spencer Keller I can do too.
That was wonderful skill. And Ruffer's onside, I think. Flag was about to go up from the referee's assistant over on the far side anyway. Well battled by Rose, gets it out to the player here, that's Hughes. Forward it goes. Slight miscontrol. And Richardson can get this clear for Langley. Tanimowo. Back heel, back towards Richardson, that was ill-advised. Richardson eventually doesn't win his team a free kick. Oh. Yeah, shot came in and was well saved by Ruben Lane. Goes long from Ruben Lane. One in the air by Hughes, but just slips underneath him. Tyree Simpson over the top. Delightful touch. This is Harry Capps looking to get on the end of it. Couldn't quite. Here come Ellesmere. This is Paul Morrison, the substitute. Forward at the second attempt. Didn't quite find Ruffer. And Tanimowo will run this clear. Ruffer stops him. And then Greaves flies into the challenge. It's good to see that Ruffer's spirit has not been dampened, but take a look at this. This is fantastic skill.
Reminds me of our producer.
Just a slight level above.
Yeah, a few levels above.
So, John, as we head towards the end of this game, going through to Burgos, I'm going to put you on the spot. We've had some difficult decisions for man of the match, but this one is tough because there's so many on one team in particular.
Yeah. Well, and
also, of course,
one particular one on the opposition. Let's just watch this moment.
Tanimowo throwing step overs galore. Can he get the shot away? He sits the defender down, looks to curl it far post, and it's well stopped.
Yeah.
Ledbetter.
I mean, there have been some excellent performances. Let's start with Ellesmere Port. Jamie King, I thought was superb in goal. Absolutely brilliant. Impossible, I suppose, to give a player of the match award to the losing team, especially when it's 5. And how can you overlook this Langley school? They've been in from start to finish. Absolutely brilliant, breathtaking football at times. Ayo Tanimowo, exceptional in midfield. Tyree Simpson, fantastic when he's had his opportunities come his way, 2 goals. Matthew Richardson at the back, absolutely excellent, alongside Charlie Greaves. Two outstanding centre-halves. But my man of the match is going to the, well, the star man, I suppose, Spencer Keller, the captain, number 11. Scored the first, the second and the fifth goals, got his hat-trick. I think Spencer Keller, the one who just edges it all. But really some stunning performances out there on this pitch today. The joy to watch, a great way to finish the second day of this PlayStation Schools Cup Festival. There he is. Some great skills, some great trickery, great feet. Got a bright future ahead of him, as has, as I said, one or two other players out on that pitch. Tanimowo, Matthew Richardson, players that really stand out. Something special.
Yeah, it's a very good group here at Langley School, but here come Ellesmere. Can they get their moment? This is Hughes, option to the back post, the flag is up, and it still won't go in for Ellesmere Port. Their players have deserved a goal, their fans have deserved a goal, but ultimately, goals are not handed out in football. And Langley School have defended, and in particular this man here, Ruben Lane, has kept goal very, very well. We have 3 minutes of added time.
Yeah, I didn't mention Ruben Lane. I mean, so many names to mention, weren't there, in that list? But both sets of players, all 22 players and used substitutes, deserve a huge amount of credit. Really, really enjoyable, fiercely contested, and even now, love to see Ellesmere Port still going at it, wanting to give this fantastic support something to cheer about. Played in the right spirit that we would expect. Rich history of the English schools, FA football, schools football at the best level we've seen today.
Goes back to goalkeeper Ruben Lane, all clear. But still, all the noise in the stadium being made by Ellesmere Port and their supporters. They've all had a fantastic day out. And I think once their players just process the difficulty in a defeat like this, they can really take a look back and feel proud of particularly how they've performed this season, but also how they've performed in this final. They've given absolutely everything, and that's ultimately all you can do.
Yeah, it is. And they'll learn a lot from it. You always do. You learn, you know, a lot from experiences, the good and the bad. Sometimes when they're good, you maybe don't learn as much as you do when they're bad. And I hope they'll feel dreadful at the end of this game, but when they look back on it, you're right, they can pick some real positives.
This is Richardson, shot with the right foot, just wide. It says a lot about the game of Matthew Richardson when in the second minute of added time at the end of the second half, he's getting on the end of a counter-attack.
Yeah, he's a real talent. Good footballing brain. Just will learn quite clearly. There's a time and a place for dribbles or not getting on the ball quick enough. But I wouldn't worry about that. That's just about maturity in the game as he develops to the next stage and next level. Decision-making will be crucial as a defender. Certainly got bags of confidence, bags of ability.
It's Rafa.
And this boy is given everything. I mean, absolutely everything, Rafa. And I think that sums it up. Oh, he's down with cramp. It does sum up the effort that he's put in as well. And I think it's sort of fitting tribute to finish on that note with a player really who has tried to lead the line for his team, try and inspire them, drive them forward to stay in this game.
And not really surprised that Tom Ruffer is down with cramp. He has run himself into the ground today.
Rob Newman there on the left. Played against him a few times. Sammy Morgan, Northern Ireland international, there on the right. And Darren Eadie, of course, the coach who's done a brilliant job with his team. They're enjoying it. really deserve huge credit for how they've developed this group of players. And let's not forget the fans. Well, there they are, right on cue. Absolutely brilliant.
Look at the Ellesmere Port supporters.
Oh, well done to them. Oh, no, it's me. I'm on the camera. Help. No. Do I want to be on it? I'm not sure.
Ellesmere Port coaching staff just turning around and enjoying this display.
I want to sing a song. Yeah.
Quite an unfortunate way to end the...
There's Darren Eady on the right, the three of them. Quite happy, aren't they, with their day's work? Yes. Still receiving treatment.
Wow, here we go. Tom Rocker still receiving treatment down the far side. Likewise.
Yeah, we hope Tom Ruffler's okay and he's not done something a little bit more serious than...
I hope he hasn't, pulled his calf, torn his calf. I think you would expect that it would just be cramp.
Oh, he's up on his feet.
I think he just wants to finish the game, stay on the pitch to the end. Maybe he'll just limp off. Doesn't need to stay on the pitch, does he? Well, he's going that way. He's going to have a long walk because the whistle's going to go in a minute. And it's going to take him a while to get back round to the dugout. If indeed that is time up, surely the referee won't have much longer. What a great day. Great finish to a great day. 5 games, another 5 games of football of the highest quality.
The number 10 for Langley, Oliver Whitehorn, lofts it forward.
Well, they've been made to wait for their big moment. The full-time whistle will signal some big celebrations in the Langley School dugout, one would imagine, and deservedly so. It's been a stunning performance from the boys in black and white. And that's a lovely bit of play again, and Spencer Keller is on the way again. Well, Abbott allows his keeper to come.
Surely only a handful of touches remaining here.
Rose brings it down for Ellesmere. And the referee, Rob Whittaker, blows full time. It is glory for Langley School. 5 wonderful goals, 5-0 victors over a valiant Ellesmere Port outfit who gave absolutely everything. So a final that was hugely entertaining. A lot of respect between these players, which is nice to see.
There he is, Spencer Keller with the match ball, hat-trick. Wonderful finish to the game. Nice to see that the players embrace each other. Played in a great spirit. No, he's not keeping the ball. Referee will have that back. Is he going to roll it back to him? Yes, he is. That's a nice memento.
Well, one suspects that won't be the last match ball that Spencer Keller claims in his career.
Well, I mentioned he got one in round 4. It was a real second-half hat-trick. Got them through and navigated their way through those knockout rounds. Arrive here at Pride Park in fantastic form, and they're able to carry it through. Far too much for Ellesmere Port. But you've got to say, Jamie King in goal, conceding 5, but probably keeping out another 5. Some fantastic saves. Wonderful play. Warm embraces from the coaching staff. Great respect between the two teams. Total delight on the face of the players. Feels good winning. Despair, quite clearly, for the Ellesmere Port players. Can only feel absolutely, totally deflated devastated to lose in any cup final, but as we've said,
well,
really good team.
Loves them either way. Their fans have been utterly magnificent. There is the final score. Ellesmere Port 0, Langley School 5, as we take a look back at the story of the final. It started early on. Spencer Keller played on through by Ayo Tanimowo, and an erring finish to make it 1-0 after 5 minutes.
Yeah, excellent goal. Open the scoring. Great little burst here. Tanimowo showed us glimpses of what we'd see more and more as the game went on. Spencer Keller showed what an eye for goal he had. Killer instinct. Acknowledges the part played by Tanimowo. Bursting through, nobody's going to catch him here. Blistering pace. But can you match that pace with the calmness in front of goal? And well, yes, he can. And then, I mean, the second goal, it was a bit of sort of chaotic stuff around. Thought it would be cleared there defensively. It wasn't. And there he is again, Spencer Keller, with a presence of mind. Senses the goalkeeper coming, rushing out. Just takes the right amount of touch to steer it over his head. Spins away in delight. He's got his second early on. That's 12 minutes, 2-0. Spencer Keller really putting his mark on this game early on.
And that was after 12 minutes. Langley School held the lead. It wasn't until towards the end of the first half that Tyree Simpson did that. A quite ludicrously powerful strike for such a little backlift, and with such nonchalance he rammed it into the top corner and off the crossbar.
What can you say? Fantastic goal, wasn't it?
Just
what a
better
strike
every single time you watch it, I think.
Ugh.
It's quicker in slow motion than I think I could manage in real life. This is goal number 4. Tanimowo feeding through Tyree Simpson. This is the moment the game really went. Composed finish, having already missed a chance saved by Jamie King in the second half, who was superb throughout.
Yeah.
Tyree Simpson finally got his second goal and finally really put the game to bed for Langley.
Yeah, frustrating for Jamie King. Exposed again by the breakthrough from Langley School. There he goes round the goalkeeper comfortably. Tucks it away, puts the game beyond doubt, and then still time here. The hat-trick. Jamie King, first goal, saved, parried away in despair as he can't keep out the rebound. Spencer Keller too sharp. There he is to finish it off. Hat-trick. Superb display.
Final words from our man of the match, Spencer Keller. And it's on that note that we'll hand you over to the presentation. Spencer Keller just being presented with his PlayStation 4 for winning player of the match. As we look now at Ellesmere Port receiving their runners-up medals. We'll be speaking to the coaches of both sides very, very shortly. But from me and John, until tomorrow, it's a very good evening. John, thank you ever so much for joining us once again.
Yeah, great fun, enjoyed it. Safe night, and look forward to seeing everybody in the morning, hopefully.
Yeah, bright and breezy, 9:30 is the first kick-off. We'll see you then. From me and John, it's good night.
Good night.
I'm joined now by the coach of a valiant Ellesmere Port team, Tim Holt. First of all, congratulations on a great final. What a word for your magnificent supporters.
Well, they've just been fantastic, haven't they? They haven't stopped singing, they haven't stopped cheering. It's been a pleasure that they've come along and supported the boys.
And what a performance from your boys as well. Ultimately well beaten in the end, but they did not stop running for the full 80 minutes. A real testament to their school.
Exactly. They've got a really good never say die attitude, and I'd just like to say congratulations to Langley, really, for both of us putting on a really good show.
And how much of the lads enjoyed playing in a big stadium the whole day, the experience of a proper cup final?
Oh, they've loved it, really. Some of them have said they didn't really have much sleep last night. They've been a bit nervous, but no, they've really enjoyed themselves.
Well, we'll let you guys get off. Enjoy the rest of your support. Enjoy the rest of your day. Congratulations. And then Darren, a tremendous performance from your boys in an attacking sense, absolutely unstoppable at times.
Yeah, we know our strengths in our team, and you know, we've got some very good boys going forward, and defensively they work very hard as a unit, and it's been an absolute pleasure to be with them this year. They've worked really hard at the start of the competition, have been outstanding and surprised us all the way along.
That is about the fourth time today we've seen that.
Should have seen it coming. Where's my vision?
And just talk to me a little bit about everyone in the team, because whilst you were amazing going forward, a clean sheet was kept, your goalkeeper had to make some phenomenal saves. It was a true team effort.
Yeah, Ruben's outstanding. We mustn't forget the two boys that who've played in the competition as well, Dante and Zach, who aren't with us today. But Ruben was absolutely brilliant today. Kept us in the game. We got ourselves a 2 or 3-0 lead, and he made a couple of fantastic saves which kept us in the game and kept that lead for us. So, no, myself, Clarkey, Rob Newman and Sammy Morgan are very proud of the boys and proud of what they've achieved. We've only started playing football at the school really only probably 18 months ago, so they're a great bunch of lads. They all work really hard for each other, and that's the most important thing. I'm very proud of them and the team that go alongside them.
And obviously you're used to playing in arenas like this, but what's it been like for the lads? Have you had to try and settle some nerves ahead of today?
I'm a nervous wreck. It's a nightmare, honestly. Far while they'll be playing out there, it's hard to get it across to them. You know, we're from sort of different kind of eras and stuff, but they've done fantastic, and that's all we can ask for them, is to work hard for Langley School, be proud of wearing that shirt, and they're now the first team to win a national competition for the school, so they'll be etched in history forevermore. So, and I'm very proud of them.
And they deserve to be after a performance like that. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.